So we're looking at covalent compounds, and now we're looking at how we name them. So we're undoing what the last video showed you about writing formulas. We know these involve nonmetals, and we'll outline the steps. They're a little long-winded, but you'll see they're actually pretty easy. You write the name of the first element, and then you add the appropriate prefix, the mono, the di, the tri, the tetra, all that stuff. Pre means before, so it goes in front of the name of the element. If the prefix is 1, it can be omitted, so we usually don't say monocarbon dioxide, we say carbon dioxide. The second element always needs a prefix, and the second element's name always ends in "ide." And that's done for most of the nonmetals if you're on the side that says table of ions. So bromine, bromide, fluorine, fluoride, oxygen, oxide, nitrogen, nitride. So we get you rolling. N2O, dinitrogen monoxide. So the nitrogen came here. This 2 is the di right here. Oh boy. And then here's the oxygen, the oxide. It has a 1 that we didn't bother writing down, but we have to put in the mono for the 1. pH3, well, the fancy name's phosphine, but for covalent we have to do it differently. So here's our phosphorus. We don't call this hydrogen anymore. Over on the right it says it's hydride. So this is going to be phosphorus trihydride. So the phosphorus, just like that, no prefix needed. Hydrogen became hydride, and then this 3 is a prefix, and it went right here for the tri. CO2, we already talked, it's just one that you know automatically. Carbon dioxide, but if you remember carbon dioxide, it covers a lot of rules. The first element doesn't have to have a prefix if the subscript's a 1. Second element has to have a prefix, in this case di, and it's oxygen, so it's oxide. Regular name for first element, ide for the second. Every year I get people who forget to change that to an ide, or they put ide at the front end for the first element. Those are no-nos. CS, now you see why spelling and big and small letters matter. If you went big C, little s, it'd be cesium. But this one is carbon monosulfide. Next one, you say, oh my goodness. Well, this actually is a Cl, not a Ci. Cl2. And we just call it chlorine. So any element that's diatomic, just put the regular name. Don't do any ide stuff. Don't do any di stuff. If it's an element, if it's H2, it'd be hydrogen. If it's O2, it'd be oxygen. All that good fun. So that's it.